All right, mark your calendars, clear your schedule, and if you're anything like me, get ready to have your heart absolutely broken. We are looking at this coming Saturday, January 24th, 2026. It is Shadow Raikou Raid Day in Pokemon Go.
It's the date, that's been circled in red for a lot of players since the Precious Pals season roadmap dropped.
But we need to have a serious, unfiltered talk about this.
Yeah.
Because on the surface, it looks golden, right? You've got a 3-hour window, 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Every single gym is taken over by this electric beast. Sounds like a party.
It does.
When I started digging through community reports, the Reddit threads, the fine print on the official blog, I started getting a really bad feeling. Is this actually a must-play event to get the #1 electric attacker?
Yeah.
Or is this just a ticket trap?
It's the classic Niantic gamble, isn't it? The potential rewards are massive. I mean, top tier meta relevance, but the technical risks, the confusing messaging, it's all significantly higher than usual.
That is putting it mildly. So today, our mission is to decode the math behind that $5 ticket. And we have to solve the absolute mystery of the remote raid bonuses that seem to totally contradict themselves. And then we give you a final verdict on whether Shadow Raikou is actually worth all this stress.
And honestly, we really need to start with the money, the whole ticket trap debate.
Let's unpack this, because I'm looking at the sources, specifically the community reaction, and the skepticism is just, it's off the charts. People are terrified. They keep bringing up the Kyurem Raid Day disaster. Do you remember that mess?
Vaguely. That was a while back. Remind me of the specifics.
So the main selling point of that ticket was the increased drop rate for Rare Candy XL. The stuff you need to max out high-level Pokemon. People bought the ticket, played, and the drops they didn't happen. It was broken.
Right, and the compensation for it came way too late.
Exactly. So the fear is real. You pay your $4.99, you go in expecting these boosted rewards, and then the game just doesn't work. So looking at this ticket, play devil's advocate for me. Why should anyone trust this isn't just a $5 donation for a beta test?
That's a completely fair question, and skepticism is healthy here. But if we put the emotional reaction aside for a second and just look at the math, the argument for the ticket is actually incredibly strong.
Go on. Sell me on spending $5 on a buggy game.
It comes down to cost per raid. The ticket is $4.99. For that, you're getting 8 additional raid passes from spinning gyms.
So wait, 8 plus the free ones. What's the total?
You're looking at a total of 14 passes if you play the whole event.
Okay.
If you break that down, you're paying about 62 cents per raid. Now, compare that to a remote raid pass, which is almost $2. Even a standard premium battle pass is about $1.
So purely from a spreadsheet perspective, 62 cents is a steal.
Mathematically speaking, it's the cheapest way to raid.
Hold on though. Cheapest assumes I actually want those 8 extra raids. What if I'm a casual player? I just want the Pokedex entry. Isn't this just a waste?
If you only want one, sure, stay free to play, but you have to consider the other bonuses. You get 50% more XP and double Stardust. Do all 14 raids, and you're banking 28,000 Stardust minimum. For a grinder, someone chasing level 50, that ROI is undeniable. Stardust is the biggest bottleneck in the game.
Okay, fair point on the dust. But here's where it gets really interesting. You mentioned the ticket is $4.99 in the shop, but our research brief highlighted a web store hack that changes this completely.
This is the tip every single listener needs to hear. If you are going to buy the ticket, do not buy it in the app. Go to the Pokemon Go web store.
Why? Is it cheaper?
Same price, but the bundle is different. They have a Raikou Shadow Raid Day Ultra Ticket Box.
A catchy name.
It's a mouthful, but here's the kicker. It costs the same $4.99, but it includes the ticket plus a free premium battle pass.
Wait, so if I buy it in the app, I get the ticket. If I buy it on the website for the exact same money, I get the ticket and a pass worth $1.
Exactly. Niantic avoids the 30% platform fees on the web store, so they pass a little value back to you. You're literally throwing money away if you buy it in the app.
Okay, so the consensus on the ticket is high risk because bugs might ruin your day. But financially, if the game works and you use the web store, it's the best deal you'll see all season.
That's the verdict. We need to talk about the mechanics because Shadow Raikou gets enraged.
This is where the nightmares from the Reddit threads come in, the gem bug. But before the bug, explain enraged for anyone who hasn't done a Shadow Raid in a while.
Okay, so when a Shadow Raid boss hits about 60% health, it goes into an enraged state. It glows purple, gets angry, and its attack and defense just spike massively.
It basically becomes a brick wall.
Yes. Your attacks do almost nothing. To calm it down, to subdue it, you need to use purified gems.
And magic number is 8.
Right. It takes 8 gems total from the whole group. But here's the catch. A single player can only carry and use a maximum of 5 gems in one raid.
I see the math problem immediately.
You cannot solo this raid. Even if you have the strongest team in the world, level 50, Primal Groudons, you physically cannot use enough gems alone. 5 is less than 8, you'll time out.
So you need a duo, minimum.
Yes, and even a duo is risky if you don't coordinate. If player A uses 5 gems and player B only has 2, you're stuck at 7, the boss stays enraged, raid over.
But the real issue from the community research isn't just the math, it's the glitch. I'm seeing reports of players using 10 gems between 2 people plenty to subdue it, and nothing happened. The boss just stayed enraged.
This is the critical warning. This seems to be linked to the party play feature.
That's the team power-up thing where you group up in the app, right?
Yes. It gives you a damage boost, so everyone wants to use it. You tap a button in the bottom left corner to unleash a party power attack, but the gem button is also in the bottom left corner.
Oh, I see where this is going.
The report suggests that if you tap the party power button around the same time you're trying to use a gem, the game code just conflicts. It eats the gem from your inventory, so you lose the item, but it doesn't count it toward the 8 needed to subdue the boss.
That is terrifying. You're spending resources, getting nothing, and losing the raid pass.
So the tactical advice is strict. Do not touch party power until after the boss is subdued. Focus entirely on using your gems first. Once the enraged state is gone, then you can activate your party bonuses.
Okay, so turn off the fancy features, do the chore, then do the damage.
Ideally, yes. It's the only way to be safe.
Let's pivot to the reason we're doing all this. The meta. Is Shadow Raikou actually good? Or is this just FOMO bait? I mean, we have Xurkitree, we have Zekrom, we have Shadow Electivire. Where does Raikou fit?
It fits right at the very top, but you have to understand why, because on paper, it looks weaker.
Right, because I'm looking at the numbers here. Xurkitree has a base attack of 330. Raikou is at 241. That's not a gap, that's a canyon. Why would I use Raikou?
It is a huge gap, but Shadow Raikou has the Shadow bonus. That's a flat 20% multiplier to all its damage. When you apply that, it closes the gap, but the real difference maker is the moveset.
Moves matter more than stats.
Often, yes. Xurkitree is stuck with Discharge. It's a decent move, but it's not elite. Shadow Raikou has Wild Charge.
Wild Charge is the gold standard for electric types.
It is. It's incredibly efficient. So even though Xurkitree has higher base stats, Shadow Raikou is putting out damage faster.
So let me clarify this. A 0% IV Shadow Raikou of garbage, 0-star appraisal, is hitting harder than a 100% regular Xurkitree.
In many scenarios, yes. That 20% Shadow bonus just completely overrides the IV difference. Do not get hung up on IVs for Shadow Pokemon. A bad Shadow is better than a perfect non-Shadow.
Now, I know the Zekrom loyalists are going to be screaming right now. Zekrom has the bulk, it has the dragon typing. Why are we dismissing it?
We're not dismissing it, they just have different roles. Zekrom is a tank. If you want to survive without fainting and using revives, Zekrom is your pick. But raids in Pokemon Go are a race against the clock.
DPS is king.
Exactly. Shadow Raikou is for beating the timer. Zekrom is for surviving the timer. If you're short-manning a raid, say it's just you and a buddy, Shadow Raikou is the difference between winning and timing out.
But you mentioned a future-proof argument in our notes. There's a looming threat.
There's always a bigger fish. In this case, it's Shadow Zekrom.
Which doesn't exist yet.
Not yet. But eventually Niantic will release it. And when they do, Shadow Zekrom will likely outclass Shadow Raikou. It'll have the Shadow bonus plus higher stats.
But that could be a year away, or 2 years.
Exactly. We have no idea. For the 2026 meta, right now, Shadow Raikou is number 1. If you miss this, you're looking at a hole in your roster for a long time.
What about PvP? Does Raikou have a spot in the Master League?
It's a spicy pick, but not meta. It's very glassy, meaning it's frail, it takes huge damage. In Master League, you have monsters like Dialga that just chew through it.
So it's a shields down closer.
If you can line it up against a flyer like a Togekiss and you have shields, it wins. But get stuck against a ground type or a dragon, you lose instantly. It's a niche, high-risk pick.
Okay, PvE monster, PvP spice. Now for the collectors, the shiny. This is the FOMO engine that drives the game.
The math here is actually very encouraging. Normally, a Shadow Shiny from a Rocket Leader is like 1 in 64, sometimes 1 in 20 for raids.
Which is, okay, but you can go 40 raids without seeing one.
Easily. But for raid day, the rate is boosted to approximately 1 in 10, a 10% chance per raid.
That's absurdly high. So if I buy the ticket and do my 14 raids.
If you use all 14 passes, the cumulative probability of getting at least one shiny Shadow Raikou is over 75%.
Those are the best odds you're ever gonna get.
Yes. If you try to hunt this on a standard weekend rotation, you might do 50 raids and get nothing. Saturday is the day.
All right, let's talk strategy. What do people need to bring? You mentioned it's a gear check for ground types.
Raikou is electric. It has one weakness, ground. Do not bring your Kyogre. Do not bring your Rayquaza. Ground only.
I'll pick.
Primal Groudon, undisputed MVP. It boosts your whole team's ground damage. It hits like a truck with precipice blades. If you have one, this is the time.
And if I don't have a Primal Groudon?
Mega Garchomp is a close second.
Yeah.
And for non-megas, Shadow Excadrill is amazing because of its typing, but it's a bit frail.
I saw a weather warning in the notes too.
Yes, watch the sky. If it's rainy in-game, electric moves are boosted. Raikou will absolutely shred your team. It becomes much, much harder.
So we're praying for sunny weather.
Sunny weather boosts ground attacks. That is the dream scenario. You hit harder, Raikou hits normal. If it's raining, you need more people.
Okay, let's wrap this with a final verdict.
Yeah.
Cost, bugs, meta, shiny odds. I want a clear answer.
I think we can break it down into 2 clear paths.
Path 1, buy the ticket. Who is this for?
Buy the ticket if you are an XP grinder or you need Stardust. The 2x Stardust bonus is huge. Also, buy it if you are desperate for the shiny. Those 8 extra checks are statistically significant.
And path 2, stay free to play.
If you just want the Pokédex entry, or maybe one good one for your team, stay free. You get 6 free passes. That's plenty of chances to catch a decent one without risking $5 on a buggy game.
That's a really solid point. 6 tries is enough for most people to get one keeper.
And one crucial call to action before Saturday, stock up on Shadow Shards now.
Oh, right, because you can't make the gems during the raid.
Exactly. You need 4 shards to make 1 gem. You need 8 gems to be full. That's 32 shards.
So you need to fight a lot of Team Rocket grunts.
Yes. Do not just walk past those grunts this week. Fight them. Build your stash. Do not show up to the raid empty-handed. Your group will fail and they will be mad at you.
Don't be that guy.
Exactly.
Okay, final provocative thought. We're seeing this huge push for Shadow Raikou, a dedicated raid day, all these bonuses. Is Niantic just being generous?
I doubt it. When we see an event this aggressive, it usually means they're clearing the deck. They want you to spend your resources now.
Clearing the deck for what?
Think about it. It's late January, Pokemon Day is coming up. If everyone spends their passes and coins on Raik, what happens next month? Are we about to see Shadow Rayquaza? Or the return of Shadow Mewtwo?
Oh, that would be diabolical. Get everyone to empty their wallets on the electric dog, then drop the dragons when everyone's broke.
Or, to be more cynical, is this big shiny event just a distraction from all the bugs we've been seeing?
That is a question I'll let you chew on while you're out raiding. Remember, check the web store. Turn off party play until the boss is subdued, and for the love of Arceus, do not buy remote passes.
Good luck out there.
We'll see you in the lobbies.